Well, anyway, evening, boys and girls. Sorry for a buzz in the background. That's something in the dash on this Jag, and it's pissing me off. Don't know why it does it, but sometimes it lasts 30 seconds, sometimes it lasts 10 minutes. I honestly don't have a clue what the hell it is. Airbag decompressing or some shit, no doubt. But anyway, I've been away for a couple of weeks because one of the weeks myself and Bert had the same days off, and then the previous week I had time off, I was ill. God knows what the hell it was, but it came on the Tuesday, my first day off. I ended up having 2 days off work because I have 3 days off, so that's 5 days. And then I started to feel relatively okay and carried on and went back to work. Now, haven't done a weigh-in that week because obviously when you're ill, it's going to be a false result. It's going to be a false positive. But given that I went up the previous upload, being ill, all the whistles and bells, I'm 243 pounds now, which is pretty much the same as it was a couple of weeks back. That's 17 stone 4 and 6, 4 and 5, whatever, right? So there you go. That's the dull, boring bit out of the way. Now I've come waddling up here to Malcop or Mocop or however the bloody hell you say it, because I always get corrected whichever way I say it when I'm talking to a yokel local. It's a little castle. It's a ruin of a castle. I'm thinking about going waddling round, getting a little bit of scenery for you and editing it in. I'm not going to be chatting or anything like that because it's bloody windy. The weather isn't great, but I've promised you that it won't be from the living room, and by Christ, this one ain't from the living room, it's from the Jag, which has passed an MOT yesterday. Passed it, first time. Even the garage I took it to were amazed, because whenever I take them a car, whatever it was, whether it was a 4x4, whether it was a Focus, whether it was this car when I first went down there, whatever it was, I've never taken a car that's passed the first time. And they came in with the Jag, saw me, had a little joke. What was it? The old guy who was on. He went, "Oh, I haven't MOT'd him on Mondeo for a while." I was like, "Yeah, little dick." And anyway, so put that in for an MOT. It went through. It's got corrosion on one of the brake pipes. Not too bothered. It's had a little bit of welding in its time, most of which was carried out under my ownership. I was speaking to them about doing a whole differential oil's changing and the gearbox oil changing because it's gone over 100,000 miles now, and it's about right time to do that. I mean, it should have been done earlier because of the age of it, but I'm working on mileage here. And the thing is, I use this for a while. It sits on a motorway at 50 to 60 miles an hour, so it does get up to temperature. So we'll see. But get that done. They'll do that one probably in the new year now. And I asked them about welding, because I want to replace the sills on either side of this car because they're manky. They have been welded and re-welded on a couple of occasions. If you're ever going to get an X-Type, understand that the sills will be shagged. Okay, it's not too bad. You can find replacement ones, proper. Not the patent pieces of metal that they just shove on there, but the replacement sills, the actual parts. For I think you get both of them for 200 quid less, just slightly less. Again, shop around, have a shufty. You can just get some metal plate and cut it out, bung it on. I don't think anyone's actually going to care. But whatever, it is relatively cheap to get hold of the parts and then find someone who can do all the welding. I mean, I can fuse metal together, but it ain't pretty. So, I can fuse metal together on a plough, but the metal on the car is slightly thinner. I will probably blow big bloody chunks out of my car. The reason you're having to listen to the buzz in the background and I'm not waiting for it to end, as you can see, it's just going on and on and on. And I've already used nearly half the GoPro battery waiting for this thing to end buzzing. I have no clue why it is doing this. This is probably the record longest it's ever done it. But whatever, I don't think you give a rat's arse about that. Now, very quickly, I'm just going to, kind of not gloss over it, but kind of just pass over it quickly. For anybody who is unfamiliar with how British politics works, okay, it's Labour's turn, right? If you think the party you vote for runs the country, I've got a bridge in central London that is for sale. DM me via Twitter or Facebook. We'll talk price. Okay? Civil servants run the country. They always have done. They don't change. Yeah? The senior ones, the lower spec ones, civil service run the country. You go back through history at some of the greater, the most successful prime ministers, whether they're great in your estimation or not, successful, right? But you go back through history. Every single time the incumbent prime minister or the incumbent party has erred or talked about cutting down on civil service power, spending, moving certain departments, like with the levelling up thing, moving certain civil service departments up and down the country and cutting back on some of the spending, like Boris Johnson did. All of a sudden, they're the second coming of Satan. Yeah? They're the Antichrist. Yeah? All of a sudden, things get leaked into the papers, and usually that political entity is voted out. Every single time. Or their lead is significantly reduced. Every single time. Yeah. And what did Boris Johnson do? Well, he came to power. Biggest lead the Conservatives have ever had. Like 80-seat majority, wasn't it? Yeah. Walking on water. Didn't matter about lockdown. Didn't matter about any of that bollocks. Nothing. Yeah. He was the second coming of Jesus. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, lockdowns were starting to end, and he started talking about, moving civil service departments up and down the country and doing the levelling up thing and cutting back on civil service spending because of, budgetary restraints and stuff like that. All of a sudden, images of him having drinks with his work colleagues within his working bubble, outside, relatively socially distanced, during a lockdown that had happened nearly a year earlier, made it to the papers, were suddenly leaked. But you can go back and you can look at any political entity and find similar situations. Yeah? The civil service run this country. One day you'll figure that out. It's why I go none of the above, because it doesn't bloody matter. It really doesn't. I mean, think about this. Tony Blair, with his new Labour, got 418 seats in a general election. Landslide majority. I think it's the largest majority ever, I think. Or one of. Keir Starmer, according to the latest polls that have been released, and I follow Election Maps UK and things like that on Twitter, and they're always uploading all the various polls and stuff like that. But according to the latest polling data, if an election was held tomorrow and the results played out according to the polling data, Keir Starmer, remember, Keir Starmer, would get nearly a 540 seat parliament. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that you get to choose. Yes, you do. We live in a democracy, of course, but the democracy is we get to choose the scapegoat. Yes, one day you will figure this out. One day you will realise this. I don't know how long it's going to take, but look around you. Yeah, look at what's going on. Yeah, at some stage, you will figure this out. But whatever, you believe what you want. You live in your little circle. I ain't gonna rock the boat. But yeah, it's hysterical, isn't it? It's brilliant. I love everything about this. I think it's funny. All these people suddenly being forced into poverty. They've always been in bloody poverty. You don't cure poverty because the pound drops or goes up. You don't cure poverty because it costs slightly less to buy meat at Tesco's. Whoever came up with that idea is a fucking moron. You cure it by equaling out wages, bringing wages up, bringing back wage competition, actually helping. But yeah, no, it's some other weird shit, but whatever. But I just think it's hysterical. just looking at it going, it's tanking all over the place. But yeah, it's gonna be an enjoyable next couple of years, put it that way. But anyway, I think what I'm going to do, because I'm sitting in my car and I don't want to waste 30-40 minutes doing this, is I'm going to take this little thingy that I've recharged, and this is the camera that, when I record audio, for some bizarre reason, the audio goes out of sync. You've heard it, I've shown you on other uploads. I've got my audio recorder that I'm using at the moment, and I, time up to this, make sure that, I go deep into the edit and I make sure that it's absolutely perfect. For a minute it's fine, 2 minutes it starts to go a bit funky, 3 minutes it's out, and then 4 minutes my lips are moving at a different speed. But the audio on this is perfectly fine. It's crap audio, but I mean, you know, it's in sync. The audio on this is in sync. How does it change speed? How can two audio devices recording the same sound at the same time, when they're synced up perfectly, change speed? But anyway, I'm going to go for a quick walk up there, give you a little bit of scenic bollocks with this, if I can. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share about. It's a short one this time. Oh yeah, no. Before I forget, the boiler. I'm going to a combi system because what I want to do with the house, it would cost a significant amount of money to maintain the tanks and do what I want to do. And the way things are going, it's easier to get a combi put in. Now I've got a guy coming on the 24th, 25th of November to actually put. I've got a backseat condenser combi with a 10-year warranty going in. He's removing all the tanks, removing obviously the downstairs boiler, capping off all those pipes, and getting rid of the pipes I don't need, yada yada yada, putting in the new one upstairs, in the bathroom, in the airing cupboard, all that kind of stuff. He's £2.5 grand plus VAT, so that's £3 grand for anybody who's not very good at maths. Because I went to an independent. Didn't go to British Gas or Eon or any of the ones that give you 0% finance on £7 grand for the same fucking job. Yeah, I went to an independent. £3 grand. Now I've got 1,500 quid towards it, so I'm only going to be really spending 1,500 quid on a credit card, and even with interest by the time I've paid that off, I'm nowhere near your 0% British Gas bill. So again, use independents. Sometimes they're really good. But anyway, there we go. That's that. So I'm giving you up to date with that one. Like I said, it's steaming up in here. The rain is coming in, so I'll nip up quickly to the castle, give it a little buzz with the thingy. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share about, do whatever it is you usually do. See you in the next one. Have fun.